didn't want to give us nothing. So therefore, we got to go take it. I don't need to say no more. Give me my darn theme music.
We're back. Welcome to the DY Prods channel. I'm your guy, DY Fly. What it do? The birds are back in the building.
This is culturally up and sit the fuck down.
That's right. The birds are back. It's good to see everybody back in the building. You know, we're going to talk about it, man. It's day 2 for OTAs. And, you know, we finally got to hear from some of the players, man. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to listen to Zack, Baun, Saquon, Barkley, and the mother effing GOAT, Jalen, Hitman, Hurts.
The excellence of execution.
That's right. But before we get to that, I just want to say this, man. I just want to say this. What I've learned recently as someone who is leveling up in life, and when you are aligning yourself with the best version of yourself and what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to be, the world and the universe and God, whatever you want to believe in, it will test you. Okay? It'll test you. And those tests is basically saying the old stuff that you used to do, the old people that you used to hang with, some of the old habits that you used to deal with, that can't come with this new version of you. It doesn't align. The old stuff doesn't align with the new stuff. And, you know, God and the universe, whatever, is going to test you. It's going to test you. It's going to be a whole bunch of BS along the way, and it's going to test you to make sure that you really are about that life, that new version of yourself, that best version of yourself. We're going to test you. Is this really the version of you that you really want to be? Is this really you, or are you just playing like this is you? Are you just saying all the right things, or are you actually embodying the right things and living the right things, right? And I see that in this team. We've had the test. So we've had the test of the hit pieces against Jalen Hurts, the AJ Brown drama, the complete overhaul of the offense, and to see the media scrutiny around it, which comes with the territory. But it seems like everyone is on board and everyone understands that it's one vision, one goal in mind, and that is to hoist another Lombardi. You notice in the press conference, they sent out the leaders of the team, okay? The leaders. Of course, you have Jalen, Hitman Hurts. You have 2K say Saquon Barkley, the leaders of the offense, right? And then you have Zack Baun, the bald eagle, and another guy who it doesn't seem like on the surface that he's a leader of the team, but he is one of the most vocal leaders, not just because he talks a lot, but one of the people who actually is embodying the leadership that is needed to be on the team. And it seems like Brandon Graham has passed down the torch to him. And that is one, Jordan Davis. Okay. So shout out to Jordan Davis for really stepping up to the plate and knocking it out the park. Of course, Brandon Graham, he's his own entity right now. Like, you know, everybody on the team is Super Saiyans. And then he's like, you know, Beerus or Weiss or whatever. He's training them up. He's been there, done that. He's already fought the battles. But, you know, just in case he needs to, he will come and put a Timberland boot in somebody's ass. But let's just hear what the players have to say, starting with the bald eagle, Zack Baun.
First off, it hurt to see him leave, but I'm happy to watch him go.
And that's because he wants all the tackles now. He wants all the stats. He wants to get back to all pro stats. He said, hey, Nakobe, why don't you just step aside? I got this now. All right? Zack Baun is ready to put a boot in somebody's ass.
And I know he's going to succeed wherever he is. He taught me. I thank him from the bottom of my heart for from when I came here to learn the system, to teach me about how to play an inside linebacker. That's my brother, and I wish him the best. But as far as this team and now in terms of a leadership aspect, I feel like we have a lot of guys that can take over leadership. Obviously, he was a big part, but we have a lot of guys. Jordan Davis, myself, cooperdejean, quinyonmitchell. All the starters can take ownership in that leadership in the locker room, on the field, and take charge, just as Nakobe did. First off,
and he made a great point. This is the point that I want to make on Zack Baun being the leader on this team. Okay, Cooper DeJean and Mitchell, they get a lot of fanfare, but right now in their careers, they are just they are assassins. Okay, they are hired killers. They don't need to talk much. Just they get the little text like on John Wick or whatever, and they say $1 million to take out this guy, and they do it. All right, no questions asked. But Zack Baun, he is the leader of this defense. Nakobe Dean will be missed, but he left it in good hands with Zack Baun. And the linebacker position in Vic Fangio's defense is so pivotal. And we've seen that throughout history in Vic Fangio's defenses, right? With Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman in San Francisco, and Roquan Smith with the Bears, and the old Saints teams with the 4 linebackers on that team, right? So the middle linebacker is the most important position in Vic Fangio's defense. I know a lot of these other players get fanfare. We got Jonathan Grenard. He just got here, right? Jalencarter is probably the most important piece, but in terms of the communication and the glue guy and bringing everything together, it is the middle linebacker. It is Zack Baun. And speaking of which, this is why I made Zack Baun his own merch. Go over to the DY Pride shop and get your Zack Baun merch. That's right. You got the plain Jane tee, right? You got the bald eagle over the city shirt. And, I gave him his own logo. So I put it on a crew neck, gave you a little Zack Baun right there, right? On the thing. And then the over the city joint. Yeah, he's coming with the Timberland boot for that ass. The bald eagle, Zack Baun. Go get your bald eagle merch at the DY Pride shop. But I'm excited for him, man. I think he's due for another great season. Definitely a Pro Bowler. We're going to see if we can get back to All-Pro status. Moving on to my breakout player of the year is Andrew Makuba, right? He looks good. He looks healthy. He's got the swag. He's got the visor. He's got the armband to let you know that it's him out there, and that number 24. And back when numbers meant something, on the defensive side, 21, 24, 28 back in the day, that meant you were that dude, man. That meant that you were that dude. He's rocking it, and he looks good, man. He look. I don't want to put this on his jacket, but he looks like a baby Ed Reed out there, a baby Ed Reed. Now, Ed Reed is probably the best football player I've ever seen play, other than Deion Sanders and maybe like, I don't know, Barry Sanders or Julius Peppers or somebody like that, right? But I don't want to put that on his jacket. That's high expectation, but he looks the part. And Vic said that it's him in one safety spot, and then the other one is up for grabs. So if Vic signs off on it, I'm signing off on it. I'm putting my money on Vic. I'm putting my money on Andrew Makuba, my breakout player of the year. Let's hear what Vic has to say.
Up and down, had some shaky plays. But I felt like the last 5 or 6 games prior to him getting hurt, he was coming on. And hopefully he'll be able to pick up from there. He's had a rehab-dominated offseason, but he's been out there with us these last couple weeks. He's not 100% yet, but he will be soon.
If that's what Vic says, I'm riding with Vic. All right? And you see Reek Woolen right here. It look like 2 Chainz. We got 2 Chainz. We got 2 Chainz playing cornerback, y'all. Look at him. Just tall, lanky, fast. We're going to see how that works out. But the second cornerback spot, it is definitely an upgrade from last year. So I'm excited to see Reek Woolen. Let's move on to Saquon Barkley and hear what he has to say about playing in this new outside zone scheme.
Guys who do really well in, outside zone scheme stuff are more like one cutbacks. I naturally, especially after my ACL, I naturally like to cut off a 2. So just prepping myself, it's kind of fun going back to like I'm a little kid again, just working on my steps, working on my little details and techniques. But also knowing that I'm explosive off of 2 legs, so incorporating into that. But I want to say there's a difference in patience. Also blocking a little different. Outside zone is taught different throughout different schemes. And just being, having a mindset of attacking it more, stretching them, getting the defense to expand, and then when you get the opportunity to put your foot in the ground, do it fast, violent, and physical. Guys who do really well.
Now, if you watched my last video, the running back evaluations, I already said this word for word, bar for bar. Go watch it if you haven't already. We've already covered this, and that's why I say I'm giving you tomorrow's news today. You know, it's just what I do. But like I said, I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I won't be completely upset if it takes a little bit of time for the running game for Saquon's part to get going. Now, as for Tank, that's another story. But again, I already explained that. Go watch the video if you want to hear my evaluation on Tank and this outside zone running scheme. But let's hear what Saquon is trying to do to help him learn this outside zone running scheme.
Sure. There's a lot of guys that do it in the system right now, but one guy that I've been focused on and talked to him a little bit over Instagram, Todd Gurley, watching kind of his film. Obviously, it's a little bit different, but, the big years that he had when he was playing and when he was healthy, the way that he attacked it. But I do that no matter what in offseason. Watch guys that are in the league right now who I'm fans of, the Bijan, the Gibbs, McCaffrey, Henry, Jonathan Taylor's of the world, and also go back to the OGs and watch them to see what I can add to my game, and just always looking forward to improving my game also. Sure. There's a lot.
And you know what? This is why you can't bet against this team, man. This is why I love Saquon. This is why you can't bet against this team. The mindset. He's already reaching out to the people he needs to reach out to help make this transition a little bit easier. This is why I love Saquon. This is why I love the mindset of Jalenhurts, the mindset of devontasmith. You've already heard about the mindset of Mekhi Lemon. This is why AJ has to go. He can't be here no more, man. I know Jalen said if, and we'll get to that in a minute. I know Jalen said if or whatever, and whatever, man. Whatever, man. He just might have to. He has to go. We are back to one team. What did they say in Drumline? One sound, one band, one sound. That's where we're at with it. And I still can't believe y'all let us get Saquon Barkley.
Eagles got Saquon Barkley. Yeah, they squabbling out there now. Yeah.
That's right. And speaking of which, Saquon, he spoke on AJ Brown and their relationship. So let's hear what he has to say.
I don't think we really addressed it. It's football. It's a National Football League. I think if you have me, it's gonna be a hard time for me to say anything bad about AJ Brown. I'm a big fan of AJ Brown. One of my really good friends. One of my favorite teammates I've ever been around. Just respect him as a man. But this is the business. It's the NFL. If I'm not here, if Jalen's not here, if whoever's not here, the show goes on. And that's how the NFL operates. So you don't really address it. It's not really anything to be addressed. You just go about your work and keep getting better. And whatever happens, that's above my pay grade. And I'm just focused on being the best player that I can be, and also be the best leader I can be for this team going into the next season.
And that's why I love this team. This team is we're back on track. We're back on track. All right. Now, let's listen to the man, the myth, the mother effing GOAT, Jalen Hitman Hurts.
What are your first impressions of Sean's offense and where you fit into it?
Yeah, it's been a really good process so far. He's come in and he's very clear, giving good direction. You can definitely see the vision, been able to answer all of my questions. Very instructive, very helpful. So it's been a very enjoyable journey so far.
How many differences do you?
Listen, Jalen tells you everything that you need to know, okay? Jalen will tell you everything that you need to know if you listen to him. Now, he is being more direct than usual, but he's still, the truth is a heavy thing, man. The truth is a heavy thing. When the lies are flying around, it's flimsier than paper mache, and it's breaking off, and they try to make up more lies that ain't holding up because the truth is heavy. When you speak truth and you play in the truth, it's always going to outweigh the lies, man. So what he's basically telling you is Kevin Patullo ain't shit, and Sean Mannion is in here laying the game down flat. So I think this is going to work out. It seems like Jalen is excited. It seems like he's on board. The league is about to catch a Timberland boot.
You expect in this offense versus what you guys have been running previously?
I mean, I think that's relative, but, ultimately it's a different leader, different coordinator, different philosophical approach. So it's exciting. It's exciting to be able to learn the new brand of football, get new perspective, and just grow.
In the past, when there's been changes, you've described sponge mode. I guess, has that changed for you, or do you take the same approach?
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same. I'm always trying to get hip to hip with the play caller, get as much direction as I can so I can go out there and execute the offense as he sees it. And over time, you grow, as a quarterback where you feel like you can make it your own. And so I just want to ingrain myself into what we're doing and go out there and improve every day. These are pivotal reps, very important reps right now that we get. And so I think they'll be good for us.
He understands that every rep is pivotal. Every rep is important right now. Sean Mannion, he's trying to implement what he needs to implement. And I said in my last video that I thought that the offense, it would be 85% of the new stuff, 85% of the new stuff, and then 50% of the old stuff. Now I'm gonna say that it's about, I'll say about 75-25. 75% of the new stuff and about 25% of the old stuff, because I forgot who it was, but someone made a great point that some of the stuff that was in the old offense or the Nick Sirianni offense, it did work, and you don't want to completely take that out. I just want to see more of the dynamic. How do you put pressure on the defense with Jalen's legs, but still end up throwing? I want to see some of that incorporated and how Sean Mannion is going to incorporate that. So I would have to say 75% of the new stuff and then 25% of the old stuff, just to keep Jalen comfortable to have something fall back on. But we still want to evolve and grow. So
yeah, I think right now it's more so laying down the foundation for what we're doing. That's what OTAs is for. Laying down the foundation for what we're doing, and then over time you get to kind of mesh some things. And you go at his pace. I'm going at his pace. He's like I said, been very instructive. And
listen, y'all, come on, man. Come on.
This is what greatness looks like.
Listen, you can't build a foundation on sinking sand. All right? You have to have a solid foundation. We're building this from the ground up. This is what I'm saying, man. I said it in my last video. You look around the league and these offenses that's running the West Coast offense, and none of these dudes is athletes other than the Vikings that just got Kyler Murray. All right? But he's little. He's a little guy, just Gary Coleman, just running around with those little legs. But Jalen is an athlete. He will throw, he will run, and he's going to cook. I said he's going to cook.
You said you wanted to cook. Oh, cook that nigga!
That's right. But Jalen also addressed the A.J. Brown situation. And let's hear what he has to say.
If AJ is traded, how would that affect the offense? How would that affect you?
He's already providing us with memes, y'all.
Pick the right question to sip on, huh? I think for us, we're focused on learning the offense. It really doesn't change in terms of our approach to improve. There's an if. Obviously been a lingering thing, but nothing can replace all the greatness that we achieved together.
Jalen, a lot's been made of your relationship with AJ in regards to his trade. Where are you two at, I guess? I know friendship is complicated.
Yeah, nothing's changed since we last spoke at the end of the season.
Huh? What? The end of the season?
We were really good, and I saw how beautiful the pictures came out at his wedding. I'm very happy for him and his wife and his family, and it's a beautiful thing to step into covenant. So I was very excited and congratulatory towards that.
Jalen takes the high road again, but we will see how A.J. Brown responds, and he will respond because that's what he does. He cannot help himself. He's going to respond. All right, I'm not saying he's a bad guy or whatever. I'm just saying he loves the attention. And we should know this. We should acknowledge this by now. Jalen, he takes the high road. We'll see how A.J. Brown responds. Whenever he gets traded, just be ready for the butt kissing of whatever quarterback he is with, especially if it's Drake May. He's going to kiss some clammy butt cheeks wherever he ends up. I promise you. It's going to be absolutely disgusting. But when we win the championship, you're going to see Jalen, he might come outside of himself a little bit. And he might start talking a little bit more shit than usual. You see him under center, all this talk. This is what I'm saying, man. All this talk about what he can and cannot do. That's why I had to make this, man. The non-believers and the believers list, we have to keep tabs on everybody. We have to keep tabs on everybody because somebody's lying. Either Jalen Hurts has been lying about what he wants to do and what offense he wants to run, or all these people that's close to the team, all these film people that's been saying, that's hearing stuff from the team that, oh, Jalen doesn't want to do this or that, somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. So we're going to find out this year. So that's why I made this list. We're going to continue to add more people. You see this, Jalen Hurts and Sean Mannion, the non-believers, and then you got the believers. You got the believers. Yeah, they're the superheroes, man. Sean Mannion, Jalen Hurts. The experiment is underway. We got the people in the middle. We don't know where they at right now. I got to listen to them to really figure it out. And on top of that, go get your Jalen Hitman Hurts gear from the DY Pride Shop. We come on, man.
New shit.
That's right. Go get your Jalen Hitman Hurts gear. I'm about to add some more stuff. The Jalen, come on, bro. We gave him his own silhouette, man. Arms folded. Y'all know what it is. We put the Jalen Hitman Hurts. We put that on the back. It's in the shape of a football, man. Y'all, come on. F with your boy. Gave you the hat. You got the trucker hat in different colors. You got a coffee mug. Go get your stuff. Go get your stuff. And, whatever, man. Whatever, man. And while I'm at it, go get your Kingslayer. Go get your Kingslayer Cooper DeJean shirts, too. We got in different colors. But yeah, man, I just want to thank everybody that's been copping your gear, copping your shirts, copping your hats. Everybody that's been supporting. I thank y'all so much. Y'all see the vision. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what type of year it's going to be. Y'all know it. So shout out to y'all, man. The schedule for OTAs, you see it. The next session will be on May 22nd, which is tomorrow. And then the next session after that will be June 1st and 2nd. Then the last session will be June 4th. And then mandatory mini camp, June 9th and June 10th. That's when everything, we putting on the pads. So maybe by June 2nd, we might hear something with AJ Brown that might be prolonged because we're hearing different reports about, whether the trade is going to get done or not, or who's asking for what. I don't know, man. I'm just whatever. He needs to go. The team is back on track. The mindset that I need for this team to win another chip, that's what we need. We're making another ring, and it's going to be a drone, okay? It's going to be a drone next time. It's going to fly off the finger. We're making it a drone. That's all I got. Subscribe, hit the like button. Go Birds.